Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here. It is time yet again for some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we'll be looking at a game between OGS SuperNova and Empire viOLet. Spawning in the upper left-hand spawn location, our blue Zerg player is Empire viOLet. He is currently the 37th ranked Grand Master on the US ladder with 226 wins, 89 losses, giving him a 71.75% win ratio. His opponent down over here in the lower right-hand spawn position is OGS SuperNova, currently the 59th ranked master player in his division with 5 wins and 2 losses, giving him a 71.43% win ratio. You're going to say, what the heck, SuperNova? Played 7 games just this season and just on the ladder. Especially being a part of OGS, you can bet your bottom dollar that he spends most of his time playing against fellow teammates. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's what most of his practice consists of. Doesn't spend a ton of time on the ladder. Either way though, both these players very strong. This is coming from IEM. I have a batch of replays from Intel Extreme Masters, and I'm going to try to get a few stuff out for you. Today, it's just going to be this one game between viOLet and SuperNova, and hopefully it's a good one. But I got sent this batch of replays. I was told it was just a phenomenal series and just a bunch of really good games. So I'm excited to get this underway and start commentating here. Alright, so we do have a Nosa Rax placement over here for SuperNova. Now let's take a look at this drone completely bypassing it. He has no idea right now where that Rax is being built. SuperNova is going to be able to provide a little bit of aggression right now. One big thing though is that viOLet is just going to be wandering around thinking, what the heck is going on? He's going to be looking for a Rax and looking for a Rax, and he will not be finding one. So all this time, it's going to force viOLet to basically search out for that Rax, figure out what's going on, figure out what he's up against. Although, as you can see, it doesn't look like he is all that concerned, as he still hasn't even dropped his spawning pool. Finally moving on over, he's going to spot the Rax over there. You can see that first Marine coming out. SCV will be heading along, trying to, first off, viOLet out where viOLet is. And it looks like he's actually checking that cross-positional immediately. So he's going to be checking the upper left-hand corner. He will be finding viOLet. Spawning pool finally coming down. viOLet delaying that pretty much as long as humanly possible. That first Marine, though, heading on back into the main as he is going to try to defend his SCVs from this drone harass early on. There you go. You can see that extractor being built right now. So SuperNova won't be pushing out. He will not be aggressive. And good, good for viOLet. viOLet now with that delaying that pool as long as he did. He's all set. Yeah, it doesn't really have to worry about any early Marine aggression because it is simply not coming. Once more, as these Marines are back here dealing with this extractor, you can see viOLet canceled it and redropped it, trying to delay this as long as he can. We do have one refinery getting built over there. There's that quick expansion for SuperNova. Also coming out with a second refinery over here. Obviously, he wanted this gas, but viOLet not letting him take it. Again, canceling and rebuilding. Second Marine finally should allow him enough DPS to prevent that from happening another time. And we do have actually a third Marine coming on through as well, and he's going to join the fun. Overlord pulling on over. Should be chilling out somewhere around here, and then moved on in for secondary scouting later on down the road. SCV Scout still was dancing around. Finally, though, with those lings in play, he is going to be forced back. We do have metabolic boost coming on through. One guy still on the extractor. Besides that, double Queens coming out. Overlord should be seeing some droning up going on as well, and there it is. There's that Overlord just chilling out over here for now. Finally, we saw SuperNova able to take out that drone. Looks like this one Marine was the lucky man to get the kill. There you go. He should get a promotion. Indeed, indeed. We do have a factory coming out there with the reactor. May very well be seeing reactor at Hellions out of that. That's going to allow for map control early on here for SuperNova. Even with that metabolic boost, those Hellions are quite a bit threatening, and viOLet would have to come out with a lot of lings to be able to stop them from maintaining map control in the onset of this match. Still just the one guy going for the gas over there. We do have a spine crawler coming out as well to provide a bit of defense, and look at that SCV Scout making it all the way in. Just doesn't check this corner, so he's still not positive as to what he's up against, but he did get a lot of vision and a lot of scouting there. Let's take a look. He managed to sneak his way all the way on into about right here, which is going to grant him vision of what he already knew, the spawning pool. I think if anything, he saw the metabolic boost was coming out, but again, that's one of those things pretty much to be expected. At least I suppose now he has confirmed it. Here come those double Hellions. We got links in the center of the map that will get taken out very shortly as those double Hellions make their way towards that position. And again, map control is going to be important for SuperNova. Not only does he obviously want to deny vision from viOLet, but also just to make sure he's not dealing with any pushes, any aggression. Speaking of which, Roach Warren coming on through here. viOLet may very well be planning some sort of an early push, and here it comes. 9 roaches coming on through here. viOLet's going to be pushing out, and at the same time, check this out. Banshees. Banshees coming into play for SuperNova. Is it going to be Cloak Banshees? He could do that Cloak research if he so desired, but as of now, he's deciding not to. Still saving up that Vespene. I want to see what he plans to spend that on. Maybe see another factory, maybe another starport, not sure. Maybe he's coming out with a Raven after this even. That is most definitely a possibility. Hellions now with map control, pulling on forward, engaging that spine. This one very, very low right now. He's going to want to pull that to the back. Make sure that he doesn't get accidentally picked off. Massive amounts of roaches, and this is perfect. SuperNova will be able to scout this coming on through because of these Hellions. He hasn't spotted those roaches yet. I don't even think, he doesn't even know about that Roach Warren. Really has no idea. Speedlings, look at that, baiting those Hellions back, allowing those roaches to push forward unscouted. Very sneaky there from viOLet. Very, very sneaky indeed. Those roaches continue to make their way across the map. They're going to come across. Dun, da, da, da. Banshee hits the roaches in the center of the map, allowing him to do a bit of damage. This expansion is a goner, though. No way he can defend that against those roaches. Obviously, okay, the Banshee can take out all those roaches, no problem, right? But the roaches should be able to stop that expansion before it gets any further. Unless is he gonna do it? He's gonna push right on the natural expansion, decide to bypass that third. He goes straight for the natural. He decides mass repair. He's gonna make this too much of a headache. He decides to pull back with that. At the very least, I want to see him pull up there and force that cancel. He has got a massive Speedlings streaming across the map. We do have another Banshee coming on forward. Still has quite a bit of Vespene. There we go. Finally got a factory with a tech lab over there, so maybe seeing some siege tech coming out shortly, as well as a siege tank. More and more Marines coming out. That other Banshee's going to, of course, help quite a bit. Hellions are taking care of those Speedlings. Moving up there with a small group of Speedlings. He should force that cancel. I'm assuming that's going to happen. Roaches, looks like they're deciding to actually pull back and engage with those Hellions over there. And there you go. Gonna force that cancel. Really no way to prevent that from happening. Oh, he didn't cancel. He just lost the resources. Are you serious? What the heck, SuperNova? He could have quite clearly canceled that and at least gotten back a few of those resources, but I guess decided he didn't want to. Hatchery now turning into a layer. Evolution chamber also coming out. We have got double engineering bays over here for SuperNova as he is prepared to start to tech up himself. 2 Banshees in play, along with those Hellions trying to get some map control. 2 Banshees are going to help quite a bit. Obviously no anti-air for quite a while here from viOLet. And with that extra Banshee, he should be able to work these down quite a bit faster. Actually, 100% faster. Now that he's doubled the amount of Banshees that he has here to defend. And it looks like he has defended, but man, he's taken some losses. I guess, wow, yeah, viOLet has also, of course, as we can see, taken quite a significant amount of losses as well. This push, unfortunately for him, not going quite as he planned. The Banshees really being the major issue here this time for viOLet. He definitely was not prepared for that at all. And the Banshees, each of them with massive amounts of kills. 9 on that one, 16 on that Banshee. Just have been going to town. They will be pushing out, at the very least, to center the map. Maybe moving up for some attempted counter-aggression. Although it wouldn't likely be too effective. He can attempt to harass. Kill a few Zerglings or something in the center of the map. Maybe try to pick off a queen or two, who knows. Couple spores coming down over here for some defense, and that double queen means he's going to be all set against these Banshees. Check that out. Banshees are freaking out right now. They're like, no way, we're pulling back. Trying to force a cancel of that spore. However, viOLet decides to let it go through. Look at all that stuff. Production tab over here for SuperNova. He's going nuts. Massive amounts of upgrades. Stim pack, level 1 weapons and armor. Coming out those tanks and Marines. Also got a planetary over here at that third. Making sure he's nice and defended against any possible Speedling run-bys. So many spores here. That's crazy. So many spores here for viOLet. But he's going to be all set. Now we're going to see him attempt to harass the spawning pool, and this could be a huge headache. However, he has got 5 mutas coming out, so he should be okay. Should be seeing a transfuse get laid down here if necessary. We're pulling back right now. Continuing to go for that spawning pool. It's going to actually be a little close here. Muta's finally coming out in time. Let's see that transfuse, please. Thank you. There it is. Transfuse gets laid down on the spawning pool. And now with those mutas in play, viOLet is able to force him back. SuperNova doesn't have too much going on at the moment except for those Banshees. Very smart of him to split those up as well. If you're getting chased down by something you cannot engage, split up your units. That way it forces your opponent to figure out which one to go for. Although, I guess at the same time, we could have easily seen viOLet just send one Muta against that Banshee that was trailing off, but quite clearly what happened there is viOLet just wasn't looking at that engagement, and the Mutas kind of just chased one of them, so at least that's going to be my assumption. Anywho. Lots and lots of Mutas in play right now, 15 Mutas. We also have 2 Banelings in play, but that is it. And I don't even have any Zerglings at the moment. Finally popping out some. He's got a few more in production as well. A bunch of upgrades also coming out here. Flying Carpets level 1, melee attacks level 1, centrifugal hooks there for those Banelings. Bunch of Speedlings coming out, so we'll be Speedling Baneling Muta here for the transition for Empire's viOLet, and he's getting ready to move into the main and try to do some damage. He's got quite a massive amount of Mutas, and he could pretty much do significant amounts of damage right now. Needs to be careful. Stim Marines on the low ground, a couple Stim Marines up high in the main base there as well. Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw some attempted drops sometime very soon here from SuperNova. SuperNova finally moving out there with those tanks as well. 2 upgrades coming out. Combat Shield coming out. Marine Tank just going to be churning that out for the time being. And those centrifugal hooks are going to make those Speedlings and Banelings much more effective once that finishes. Now we do have a small push being attempted right now for SuperNova. He's moving out across the map, stimming up a few of his Marines, getting those burrowed Banelings. That was a nice catch by him. That could have been a huge headache had he not grabbed that. Banshee engaging over here will be doing a bit of damage to that 4th base. viOLet is going to have to deal with that, otherwise he could actually end up losing that just to the 1 Banshee. Muta's picking off a tank. Also have a couple Speedlings attempting to hit that 3rd, however Planetary prevents that from doing too much damage. Banshee still doing damage over here to this hatch. He's going to pull up with those Mutas, take care of that quickly, and then deal with the rest of the threat over here. I tell you, man, Marine Tank's so strong. Pulling forward with a couple Speedlings, he scouts out the push, and this is not looking good right now as SuperNova pushes onto the 4th. viOLet will be losing this. But take a look at those resources lost. viOLet is already behind in terms of the number of resources he has lost. Now, he's also killed off 5 workers, but that's not enough to make up for the amount that he is behind right now. He's got a counter push coming, and this could be very effective. You know, SuperNova just took out that expansion. He's about to drop in the main, but he is far away from that natural in that 3rd, and we got to push right at the front door. SuperNova, Speedlings, Banelings, pull it forward. No Marine Micro. Gets rolled over by those Banelings. Banelings going to be popping on that bunker. Those Mutas will be doing a lot of damage. He's got the drop over here. Speedlings pulling up to take care of that. Mutas take out the medevac. Got a few more medevacs. The SuperNova will be transferring over his units there. Needs to be careful not to drop right on those Banelings. Still got the Mutas over here hitting at that expansion. That's going to get taken out very soon. A couple of Marines moving down, stimming up, and that's enough to force him back at the moment. SuperNova now dropped into the main. We've got 20 Lings and a couple of Mutas coming on through here for defense for viOLet. viOLet still has the Mutas over here. He'll be pulling back to defend with this. He has got Marines in his main right now. Spawn pool very low. Layer getting worked down as well. viOLet just waiting for the time to engage. And here it comes. viOLet pulling forward on SuperNova. Mutas hitting the tanks at the back. And this is going to be sayonara sucker. SuperNova is about to lose everything. Tanks and medevacs and all those Marines. He's got that 1 medevac still alive with 3 Marines over there. He's still got some burrowed Banelings over here. It's just a matter of time until those come into effect. Oh my gosh, busting there, getting a few of those Marines. Still have a couple more too. That is really scary. Pushing out right now. He did take care of that medevac. We still have these burrowed Banelings over here. Marines and tanks pulling towards the center of the map. viOLet will be spotting this. He's got his Mutas, Speedlings, and Banelings in position. I want to see those Banelings do something at some point. And here we go, trying to pull on forward. A little tentative though, doesn't want to engage quite yet. He's going to let SuperNova have that position, just pull out back here with the Mutas. He's got so many Mutas right now, 26 in play. Look at this, pulling on forward for the counterattack. We'll be forcing SuperNova back because these Mutas are very threatening right now. And let's keep an eye on those Banelings. You've got to be kidding me. Mutas forcing SuperNova to pull back with all of his units. Mutas doing a lot of damage. And we got those Banelings in position. Oh, just out of the way. Banelings, they're going to pop. Oh, man. Banelings pop on almost all of those Marines. Got more Speedlings and Banelings pushing out. And my gosh, SuperNova just lost so much. He's got stimmed up Marines tearing through those Mutas. And that's great and all, but here comes some more Speedlings and Banelings. We have 1 Marine hitting that expansion that's being rebuilt over there for viOLet as he attempts to get down that 4th again. Speedlings and Banelings all over the place. Still have a few Mutas assisting as well, and looks like that's going to do it here for SuperNova as he can really not contend with that at the moment. Banelings busting on everything. SuperNova just taking too many losses and calls the GG. Great back and forth game here between SuperNova and viOLet. Now we saw at the end of the game Muta's pull into the natural expansion of SuperNova, force all of these Marines back, and then we saw this amazing Baneling bust, pretty much putting the nail in the coffin for SuperNova. Alright guys, that was the only game here. We're just going to be looking at this one between SuperNova and viOLet. I do have a few more replays from IEM, and I will be attempting to get some of those commentaries done throughout the course of the week, so please stay tuned for those. As always guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.